Hi there, Randy Walker, and I'm at the Elmwood Cemetery in Memphis, Tennessee. And behind me, this tall gravestone here is the grave of my great-great-grandfather, Lucius Marshall Walker. Lucius Marshall Walker was born in Columbia, Tennessee, and graduated from the U.S. Military Academy at West Point in 1850, where he graduated 15th in his class. And after serving in the U.S. military for a few years, particularly in Texas, he went into private business. And being a resident of the South in Tennessee and later Arkansas, he was commissioned into the Confederate Army, where he fought and where he was a brigadier general and commanded troops in many battles. He was captured in one battle, but then was released in a troop exchange and did not participate in the Battle of Shiloh, the historic Battle of Shiloh, because he was sick, but did participate in confrontations around Corinth, Mississippi, and Tupelo, Mississippi. And I read that he was not in the good graces of Confederate General Braxton Bragg, who was not the greatest general in the world, as you can read. And he was sent to command troops in Arkansas. And on July 4th, 1863, was commanding troops in the Battle of Helena, Arkansas. That was the same date where the pivotal date in the Civil War, when the Union forces captured Vicksburg and also were victorious in Gettysburg. So on that same date was the Battle of Helena, Arkansas. And then later, Brigadier General Walker was commanding the troops in defense of Little Rock, Arkansas, and he was in a disagreement with another general, General Marmaduke of Missouri, and they didn't see eye to eye and had conflicts about command and so forth, and they got into a duel. Perhaps you could say it was the second most famous duel in American history, behind the famous Alexander Hamilton-Aaron Burr duel. But my great-great-grandfather, Marsh, L.M. Lucius Marshall Walker Marsh, was put up to the duel by one of his people in his command, under his command, Robert Crockett, who was the grandson of the great Davy Crockett. And Robert Crockett challenged General Marmaduke to a duel on behalf of my great-great-grandfather. So, of course, he had to take up the challenge if Robert Crockett had put it forth. And they had a duel just across the Arkansas River from where the Clinton Presidential Library now sits. And after they first fired, both of them fired, and they both missed. But on the second round, General Marmaduke hit my great-great-grandfather in the stomach, and he later passed away the next day. His wife, Celestine Garth Walker, was trying to get to his bedside before he died, but was unable to get there before he died. I believe that he was not alive to see the birth or meet his son, Marshall Walker, who was my grandfather's father, before he died. So Celestine Garth Walker, L.M. Walker's wife, brought his remains here to the Elmwood Cemetery here in Memphis, Tennessee, and he's buried right here. So kind of emotional for me, actually, being here. L.M. Walker is somebody who I've read about, and my grandfather has written about, and my late father was, wrote and researched a lot about him. So, kind of emotional here. So, interesting experience here for me. So just a little family history that I wanted to pass on. Randy Walker from the grave of Lucius Marshall Walker, Brigadier General, here at the Elmwood Cemetery in Memphis, Tennessee.